Welcome back to the show. What is going on out there? In a modern world where we're more connected than ever, more and more people are feeling social anxiety, disconnected, loneliness, stress, and depression. What's happening? People are going to their doctors and getting the happy pill subscriptions loaded with side effects. This has got to stop. Try the natural way, yoga. Yoga has answers and solutions for every life problem. So today we're going to do a little sequence that's guaranteed to help with social anxiety. It's a sequence of a few standing poses and a few poses on the ground. Okay, so we'll do it together. And stick around because afterwards I'll go through the sequence again and look at each pose in a little more detail so you'll understand why it works so well. Ready? Relax, center, ground yourself. Inhale. Feel that internal love. Feel like you're loving every cell and every atom in your body. If you don't care about yourself, who will? So here I'll go through this part of the sequence, and then again I'll come back and go over it in a little bit more detail. So just follow along. Baddha Konasana. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Bhujangasana. Chakravakrasana. Vajrasana. Shavasana. Okay, let's do it together. We're going to start by taking 3 deep breaths and grounding ourselves. Inhale, exhale. Take a deep, full breath. Exhale slowly. A little bit deeper this time, all the way in. And slowly out. That's a great way to get grounded. Now we're going to move on. The first pose is called the star pose. This pose will tonify your nervous system and unblock your energy channels. Really easy pose. We're going to widen our stance a little bit, and in this pose we're going to stretch in 5 directions at the same time. You have to do it on a deep breath. So you're doing a little bit of pranayama at the same time, a little bit of breathing practice. They say you're a universe unto yourself. As above, so below. So when you're doing the star pose, feel like you're shining into your own self, shining into every cell, nurturing, replenishing, restoring, rejuvenating your life. Star pose will also get the prana flowing, that life energy. All right, inhale deeply and stretch into the ground, stretch out to the side and stretch up. Feel you're nourishing every cell in your body. Stretch out, up and down as long as you're comfortable and relax. We're going to do it 3 times, okay? Inhale again. Stretch out, stretch down, stretch up. And relax. And one more time, big breath in. Stretch out, stretch down, stretch up. Like the rays of the sunshine. And relax. Next pose we're going to do is a simple version of the tree pose. This pose will help balance your energies, bring the 2 hemispheres of the brain together for super focus, getting you out of left brain dominance where all the worry and anxiety is coming from. So really easy. You're going to balance on your left leg, bring your right leg up like this, bring your hands up over your head. Focus on a point in the distance and try to stay balanced for 20 seconds. And when you're ready, bring your hands down in front of your heart. Very important. Bring your leg down. Feel yourself fully supported by the ground and switch legs. This time balancing on your right leg, your left leg up, your hands up over your head. Bring your shoulders up and back. You can stretch your arms up if you like also. Around 20 seconds, stay focused. Hands in front of your heart and down. I did the easy tree pose, but if you're more comfortable, you can easily just make it the full tree pose. The next pose is a variation of Uttanasana, the forward bend. This pose will stretch out your spine, unblocking the tension that's causing nervous anxiety. Opens up the communication channels in the body. Forward bend, bring your navel to spine, cross your arms, and relax. And if you pay attention, you're going to feel this pose from the bottom of your heel, stretching all the way over through your lumbar vertebrae, all the way to the back of your head. Relax for a few breaths. Bend your knees and come back up. Inhale, push up. Exhale, Namaste Mudra in front of your heart. The light in me bows to the light in you. Showing it sideways, inhale up. Forward bend, cross your arms, take a few deep breaths. You can do this pose 1 or 2 times. Bend your knees, slowly come up. Inhale, stretch upwards, back in front of your heart. You can also bring your hands all the way down to the floor. So in that case, it would look like this. Up and down. Or like this. Bring your navel to spine. And then bend your knees, Bring yourself up and back in front of your heart. That area where the magic takes place. Don't forget, we've got to believe in ourselves, and it happens here. We're moving from logic, fears, and anxiety to magic and opening up all the possibilities. Okay, we have one more pose to do in the standing part of the sequence. This is a phenomenal pose. This pose sequence is a proven anxiety buster. You're working with your energy channels, motion, and your breath all at the same time. You're going to take your left arm and grab your right earlobe. Take your right arm over the top and grab your left earlobe to make a certain connection in the body, left-right polarity. Okay, so let me just give you a little tip and we'll start this again. Your body is a bioelectrical mechanism. So just like a battery that has positive and negative polarities, you have positive and negative polarities, and you need to calibrate and balance those. So the way to do it is a little secret mudra. You take your left arm, reach over and grab your right earlobe. That's right. Right arm goes over the top and grabs the left earlobe. Make sure you've widened your stance a little bit. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bending your legs. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale out. Inhale up. So now that you've seen it, let's do it 5 times together. Left hand grabs your right earlobe, right arm over the top, grabs your left earlobe. Inhale deeply. Exhale, going down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, going down. Inhale, going up. To see it sideways, try to keep your back as straight as possible. So try not to bend forward like this. Try to bend your legs. Try that for 3 sequences of either 3 or 5 times, and you'll immediately see the balancing and energizing effect. 3 anxiety-busting poses on the ground. When you combine these with the standing poses, you're going to be inspired to take on life's challenges. Okay, the next pose we're going to do is called Baddha Konasana, or the bound angle pose, sometimes called the butterfly pose. Bring your 2 feet together, as close to your pelvic region as you can. Grab your feet like this, and now straighten your spine up. That's the important part about this pose, is to lift your body up and straighten your spine as best you can. Hold this pose for 20 seconds. And then when you're ready, start Titali or the butterfly. Do this for at least another 20 to 30 seconds. And slowly release. Baddha Konasana is great for moving stagnant energy out of your system, giving room to replenish with fresh new energy or prana. The next pose is a very old yoga pose. It's a twisting pose. It's like, when you do it, it's like wringing the water out of a rag. Okay, so it's wringing stagnant energy out of your body, especially from your digestive system. 1 foot here, other foot over your knee, arm around like this arm back to support, and look behind you. Twist at the waist, and then twist at the shoulder girdle. Hold the pose for 20 to 30 seconds. And when you slowly come out, we'll swing around to do the other side. So again, bend your knee, 1 foot here, other foot over your leg, around like this. This hand back to support yourself. Twist at the waist, then twist at the shoulder girdle. Look behind you. Deep breathe at least 3 times, or hold the pose for 20 to 30 seconds. And slowly come out. I'm going to show this from a couple of angles, and twist and look behind you. Holding your leg like this foot goes over, and comes through like this, either supporting or bringing your hand this way. Again, around. Try to still your mind when you're doing these poses. Focus on the pose and deep breathe. Next pose, Bhujangasana, the Cobra pose. Helps to open up your chest area, your respiration, and especially your heart. Lying on your belly, hands under your shoulders, you're going to arch your back and push upwards. Forehead will go on the mat, and then you're going to arch upwards like this. Inhale up. Push up with your arms, look straight ahead, and exhale down. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And down. One more pose. This is a variation of the cat poses. Inhale, push your back upwards. Exhale, push your back downwards and look up. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back down and look up. One more time. Inhale. And exhale out. From there, you can sit back into this beautiful position called Vajrasana. Let your body relax. Take a couple of deep breaths. And as with many yoga sequences, a great way to end is with Shavasana, which is a total relaxation pose. Throughout all the poses, you want to begin to connect with yourself, but especially in Shavasana. Shavasana is when you just turn everything off around you and feel loving, nurturing feelings towards yourself. It's a very easy pose to do. In fact, it's the easiest pose and the hardest pose. Because the easy part is lying down. The hard part is turning everything off around you. A way to help that is deep breathing. So when you lie down with your legs just slightly apart, your hands pointed upwards, you're just going to start to take some deep, long breaths. In deeply. Out slowly. And pay attention to you. My yoga teacher used to always say, pay attention to the gap. And what he was referring to was paying attention to the transition from stimulus to stillness and feel how the body is responding. And he would also say, this is a great moment to say to yourself, I love myself. And that is a very powerful thing to say because every cell reverberates with that love. So you say it and then you start to feel it. And feel you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. So for a couple of minutes, you're just going to lie down, take some deep breaths. And when you're ready, roll over onto your side for a couple of seconds. Say hello to your rejuvenated self. And then when you're ready, you're really ready. Ready to take on life. And you have just empowered yourself through a very powerful yoga sequence. I really hope you got something out of this video. I know if you practice this sequence regularly, it's guaranteed to help with depression and anxiety, especially social anxiety. You can divide it in half, do part of it in the early part of the day, part of it later in the day, whatever time permits for you. Just practice it on a daily basis. And don't forget to deep breathe and love yourself. Social anxiety is curable without drugs, without antidepressants. Just believe and you will succeed. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and we'll see you back here on Yoga Vibe.